Endometriosis and chronic illnesses in general are pretty crappy to deal with, but it also teaches us a lot of things that we have to enforce in our lives to improve it. If you're new to dealing with endometriosis, PCOS, adenomyosis, or in fact any chronic condition, then these learnings can help give you direction in dealing with your challenges. So I've put together a list of 7 things I've learned from endometriosis, which I wanted to share today. 1. Diet is a game changer. In 25 years of having endometriosis, no doctor has ever openly and willingly told me how certain types of food tend to aggravate endometriosis, adenomyosis, PCOS, mast cell activation syndrome, and the ehlers-danlos syndrome I have. I was only told about the different hormones, getting some tests, taking some pills, gentle stretching, popping in painkillers, and taking injections. There was no mention of the benefits of eating according to your condition, which means that you could be eating foods associated with health, but it may not be the right food for your medical condition. Let me give you an example. Gluten, which is found in wheat, barley, rye, self-raising flour, all tend to cause heaviness, bloating, and an increase in pain in those who have various conditions, including endometriosis. So for some, whole wheat brown bread or rye bread may be a healthy option. It isn't for me. Many years ago, I happened to stumble upon a blog post, quite a few blog posts actually, written on diet by various people who suffer from endometriosis. And that got me intrigued, and I always wondered why this information isn't made standard by doctors for their patients. Anyways, that's a different topic. I got to learn more about the foods which work for my conditions, and very gradually I started incorporating changes to my diet. I made these changes slowly, so that I didn't shock my system and create extreme withdrawals. Also, it made sure I didn't give up. But overall, a change in diet, eliminating many forms of food that increase pain and create havoc amongst my hormones, getting involved in the kitchen, being more vigilant while eating out, and looking to eat fresher foods all made me feel lighter, less bloated, improved my energy levels, and contributed in reducing my pains. It genuinely does not take a lot to understand what could help us. We just need to educate ourselves. Please remember, I'm not a nutritionist or a medical professional. Please always consult a nutritionist before making any changes to your diet, especially if you're unwell. Number 2, exercise isn't only about making you look good. It's true for me. Exercise isn't about me attempting to look good by taking on a rigorous workout plan so that I can fit into that perfect dress or be able to button up my jeans. I soon learned that exercise was going to be none of that for me. Instead, my goal with exercise was to help support my diet and help work towards a stronger and healthier body, which actually should be everyone's aim. Now, exercise doesn't just produce happy hormones, but it also improves bone density, which can reduce if you have endometriosis. It reduces stress, improves blood circulation, and helps build immunity. I wanted all of those benefits and all the others that I haven't mentioned. But most importantly, exercise has to be done consistently. And for that to be possible, you need to be able to understand your body and your medical conditions. This is where, just like my diet, the type of exercises I was going to do had to be customized for me. Otherwise, I could end up doing more harm than good. To make sure I didn't mess up, I spoke to my doctors and my physiotherapists, who explained what areas I need to focus on, what things I need to be cautious of, and what we're looking to achieve. Within a couple of months, and after tweaking my exercises along the way, I was able to see the benefits of this. My spasms were more bearable and my premenstrual pains reduced as well. Unfortunately, whenever I would fall off my routine, even for a couple of weeks because of an increase in fibromyalgia pain or work commitments, and even when I got really sick from ehlers-danlos syndrome, I would start losing strength very quickly, and my pains came back with more intensity because of the increased weakness. This meant that a consistent exercise routine would be crucial in helping me function. Number 3, pain management is a thing. I was 9 when my knee started hurting and 11 when my periods began. Relieving pain for the knees was all about applying some ointment, and for period pain, I was told to just take painkillers. For many years, I was limited to just these two options. Never were alternate pain management options explained. But now I can confidently say that no one should ever rely on just one type of pain management strategy or only rely on popping pills. By doing just one thing, I wasn't going to be able to reduce my pains. Instead, I needed to work on a combination of options, which would become a part of my routine. This doesn't mean I was able to stop taking regular painkillers, but it did mean that I didn't need to take as many, and I didn't need to take the extra strong ones that made me slur. Some of my pain management ways include the use of a hot water bag, castor oil massages on the abdomen, drinking ginger turmeric tea, stretching, the right diet, consuming psyllium husk, amongst other things. I have done a detailed video on my pain management options. I will link this video as well. As always, please remember to consult your doctor before taking yourself off any medication, making any changes to your diet, and reworking your pain management options. It's always sensible to do that. Number 4, acceptance improved my mental and physical health. It's not easy to deal with a body that doesn't function the way it's supposed to. It's not easy to always be in pain and maintain a healthy state of mind. I would see my body separately to me, as if it was against me, as if we were on two opposing sides, failing to agree with each other. But the truth is, my body needed me to understand that it wasn't troubling me deliberately. It was helpless, and it needed me to understand it. After realizing this, I started working on understanding my body, which led to changes in my diet, a new exercise plan, and taking time out for other forms of self-care like meditation and skin and hair care. But all this was only possible when I truly started accepting my situation and making conscious changes to my life through thought and action, making me feel more at peace with myself. Number 5, menstrual hygiene makes you feel good. Menstrual products can cause irritation and rashes in the vaginal area, and if, like me, you have heavy periods that can go on for longer than a week at times, you will find that regular sanitary pads, tampons, and other products may cause more harm than good. So what do I mean by regular? I mean products that are not organic or natural. In this journey of living with endometriosis, I soon realized that organic and reusable options were the only way for me if I am to reduce or eliminate rashes and the possibility of more complications caused by the chemicals in these products. Also, I was explained by my doctor using regular body soap to wash myself would throw off the pH balance of the vagina. Therefore, I switched to using an intimate wash. Although the vagina is self-cleansing, but with the sort of heavy bleeding I was going through, I felt comfortable adding the intimate wash to my menstrual hygiene routine. So the two changes I made, switching to organic, biodegradable, and some reusable sanitary products, along with an intimate wash, both have worked very well for me. I have written a post on eco-friendly menstrual products, which I will link in the description box in case you're interested to know of the options out there. Number 6, being open so to not be misunderstood. I was always open with my family and friends about my health woes, especially my challenges with endometriosis, PCOS, and adenomyosis. Ehlers-danlos syndrome came much later in the picture. By being open about it, everyone has been more understanding about my life and the challenges I face because of it. Thankfully, I didn't get pity, I got support. I believe that if you hide something or don't express things to the fullest, it's then unfair to expect other people to read our minds, understand us, and be there for us. I found that this changed two things for me. It made others be more open and straight up with me. And secondly, the right people stuck around, because having someone who is always unwell can be tough and not everyone can take it. It also reduced toxicity that came from people, and today helps me live a cleaner life mentally with people who genuinely want to be around me and I want to be around them. Number 7, doctors don't know everything. This is a universal truth. Doctors do not know everything. It's foolish for us to believe that when we go see a doctor, that the doctor is always going to listen to us and would even know what's wrong with us. It takes over 7 years for a patient to be diagnosed with endometriosis, and that average says a lot. It says that many women's pains are not just dismissed, but they're also not well researched. I learned that my body is telling me the truth. So if a doctor does not believe me or understand me, then I need to find another doctor rather than being dismissed with sentences like, it's all in your head, you're just stressed, or why don't you have a child and you'll be fine. There are very few doctors out there who are curious and open enough to tell you that they may not know what's wrong, but they will either find out or they will put you onto someone who may know. Thankfully, I have met a couple of them, and they're all in agreement that doctors do not know everything and that doctors should be willing to keep an open mind and constantly educate themselves rather than not believing their patients. Okay, that's my list so far. As I keep learning, I will keep adding to my list and I'll keep sharing it with all of you. If you have any learnings you'd like to share, then please do so in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. I would also love it if you subscribe, like, and share this video. So thank you so much for supporting me. Have a good one. Bye-bye.